Andrew's Doers. Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Tina, Winona, and Una. Tina, Winona, and Una made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina, Winona, and Una all together. One day, the king of Doubleburg's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of Doubleburg, his majesty, is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and cross shall marry his son, Prince Twinning. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsister, Tina said, he's going to marry me. Winona said, no way, Tina, he's going to marry me. Una said, both of you are wrong, he's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is very sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Twinning. And her fairy godmother asks Cinderella what's wrong by saying, why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, and sadly, I wanted to go to the ball and marry Prince Twinning. Her fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of double magic. She waves her magic wand and chants the magic words, dibbly dabbly dobbly doo. And all of Cinderella's chores are done, but the fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 2 pumpkins. The fairy godmother waves her magic wand and chants the magic words, dibbly dabbly dobbly doo. Again, turning the 2 pumpkins into a handsome coach drawn by 2 strong horses, and then Cinderella's clothes into a gown and crown. I've never seen such a double-tasted gown. And get a lot of my glass slippers. Cinderella is now ready for the ball. Her fairy godmother said, have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Twinning was wondering who he should marry. Cinderella, of course. Tina, Winona, and Una shout out together, he's walking towards me! But he's not. But he is walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Twinning danced happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Twinning was so worried, afraid that she might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled all around Doubleburg to find her, and brought the 2 glass slippers with him. He knocked on the door where Cinderella, Tina, Winona, and Una lived. But instead of Cinderella, he found Tina, Winona, and Una. Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers? Prince Twinning asks. Tina is first, but her feet are too big. Winona is next, but her feet are too small. Una is last, but her feet aren't the right size either. Suddenly, Prince Twinning noticed Cinderella's sweet singing. Cinderella shouts excited, Prince Twinning, is that you? Prince Twinning responded, of course it's me. You are from my father's ball. I love you. Will you marry me? Cinderella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Twinning back. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and buy our merchandise. Take care. Bye. Oh, yeah. And now, Andrews Doers, Andrew Does Everything, proudly presents Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a plot twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Cinderella. Cinderella had eight ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, Tasha, Eleonora, Esme, and Naomi. All eight of them constantly made fun of Cinderella and made her do all the chores. 18er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said them all together. And then one day, the king of Heptadecagonal's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Heptadecagonal, his kind-hearted, bold, wise majesty is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Heptadecagonal. Can I come?" asks Cinderella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, Tasha, Eleonora, Esme, and Naomi are overjoyed. They ran with huge excitement and picked out dresses to wear to the ball. Later, Cinderella is so sad, doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Heptadecagonal. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts Cinderella. There now, Cinderella. I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you, she said. She then waves her magic wand. And because of that, and not a minute too soon, Cinderella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 18 pumpkins and 36 mice. Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand to turn the 18 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 36 mice into horses, and Cinderella's ripped clothes into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a Heptadecagonal-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers! Fairy godmother, how could I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. Cinderella's fairy godmother said, well, you can't. But have fun, Cinderella. But I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to normal. And so, Cinderella accepts the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Heptadecagonal was wondering who he should marry. Wondering who to marry, Prince Heptadecagonal? Asked the wise, bold, kind king of Heptadecagonal. To which Prince Heptadecagonal responds, his father. Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, Tasha, Eleonora, Esme, and Naomi asked him for marriage one by one, but Prince Heptadecagonal angrily denies their request. Cinderella arrives at the ball just in time. Prince Heptadecagonal then sees her, walks straight towards her and says, you must be Cinderella. May I please have this dance? Yes, I would be happy to, said Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Heptadecagonal dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realizes it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Heptadecagonal was really worried that he might never see her again. The king of Heptadecagonal comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find a Cinderella. And so, the next day, Prince Heptadecagonal and the king of Heptadecagonal traveled all around Heptadecagonal to find a Cinderella who captured Prince Heptadecagonal's heart and brought the 2 glass slippers she lost with them. By the time they arrived, Prince Heptadecagonal knocks on the door of the house where a Cinderella and her 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of a Cinderella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters. Prince Heptadecagonal then says, Ladies, my father, the king of Heptadecagonal, and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers? Eliza is first, but her feet are too big. Isabella is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! They fit! The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Heptadecagonal and the king of Heptadecagonal notice a Cinderella sweet singing. Prince Heptadecagonal and the king of Heptadecagonal, your kind, bold, and wise majesty. Is that you guys? She heard excitedly. Cinderella, my dear daughter-in-law, we found you! Exclaims the king of Heptadecagonal. And so, the king of Heptadecagonal, the Cinderella, and Prince Heptadecagonal lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and Andrews Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewsEverything.com. Take care! And I'm debating on making some sequels. Bye! And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 49erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young adult girl named 49erella. 49erella had 9 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. All 9 of them constantly made fun of 49erella and made her do all the chores. 49er wench, sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said them all together. One day, the king of 49ville's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear ye! The king of 49ville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Non-Quadrantupling. But 49erella is not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. They are overjoyed. They ran with huge excitement and picked out dresses to wear to the ball, but argue over who will Prince Non-Quadrantupling marry. Later, 49erella is so sad doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Non-Quadrantupling. Whatever will I do? She went first. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts 49erella. There, now, 49erella. I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you, she said. She then waves her magic wand. And because of that, 49erella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 49erella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. Luckily, 49erella has 49 pumpkins and 98 mice. 49erella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 49 pumpkins into a handsome coach. The 98 mice and horses and the 49 Norellas Rick clothes into a gown and crown. 49 Norella says, I've never seen such a not a quadrangle-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. 49 Norella's fairy godmother says, well, you can't, but have fun, 49 Norella, but I will warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will go back to normal. And so, 49 Norella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Nana Quadrangle was wondering who he should marry. Wondering who to marry, son? asked the wise, kind-hearted, and bold King 49ville, to which Prince Nana Quadrangle responds, yes, father. You're going to marry me, Prince Nana Quadrangle, said Farah, the oldest of 49 Norella's ugly, mean, wicked stepsister. Farah, wrong. You're Prince Nana Quadrangle, you're going to marry me, said Olivia. Both of you are wrong. Prince Nana Quadrangle, you're going to marry me, said Ramona. The rest say, you're going to marry me, Prince Nana Quadrangle. But Prince Nana Quadrangle did not angrily denies the request. Suddenly, 49 Norella arrives at the ball just in time. Prince Nana Quadrangle sees her, walks straight towards her, and says, you must be 49 Norella. May I please have this dance? To which 49 Norella responds, yes, I would be happy to. And so, 49 Norella and Prince Nana Quadrangle dance happily together. But later, 49 Norella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she ran so fast that she left one of her glass slippers behind. Prince Nana Quadrangle was really worried that he might never see her again. The king of 49ville comforts him by saying, there, no, son. I think we'll be able to find 49 Norella. And so, the next day, Prince Nana Quadrangle and the king of 49ville traveled all around 49ville and tried to find 49 Norella, who captured Prince Nana Quadrantle's heart and brought the glass sliver she lost with them. By the time they arrived, they knock on the door of the home where 49 Norella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 49 Norella, they find Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. Prince Nana Quadrangle then says, ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these glass slippers? Farah is first, but her foot is too big. Olivia's next, but her foot is too small. Nonsense! It fits! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Nana Quadrangle and the king of 49ville noticed 49 Norella's sweet singing. Prince Nana Quadrangle and the king of 49ville, your majesty, is that you guys? She hollered excitedly, to which the king of 49ville says, 49 Norella, my dear daughter-in-law, we found you. Will you marry Prince Nana Quadrangle? 49 Norella and Prince Nana Quadrangle are now married. They, along with the king of 49ville, lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew Stewards. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And take care. Bye.